Done my basics and I've stripped the bed and I've hung my bedding on the line. As you can see now, there was quite a breeze going, so I managed to put my washing out in between the showers. So I am at the moment doing a jigsaw. This is one of the ones that was on my sort of section of jigsaws. Once I've completed them, if they are complete, I can either pass them around family or friends or go to the charity shop. If they're not complete, then I'll just put them in the bin. So that's the jigsaw I'm doing at the moment. It did start spitting of rain, so I did get my bedding in. I'm thinking about not putting it back on my bed because it needs to go in my airing cupboard to air. As previously, it's been nice days, washed my bed in, got it washed, dried, aired on the light and put it straight back on the bed. But I might put a different set on my bed actually. But today's sort of spring clean and sort of decluttering and reviewing, organising doesn't look a lot different, I don't think, probably to you watching this, but I know it's got a little bit cluttered up there. This is following my get rid of pile. So at the top there, right at the top, is the items that I'm just storing for a little bit longer until a family member can take them off my hands, or they get donated to the charity shop if they decide they don't want them. I have now got my sort of steam cleaner out because they're doing the cleaning and everything. Now this is where it goes. That is empty. I put it up there because it's the black, white and grey. Not sure if I actually need it, but it's empty. That's got just a few little DVDs in to go to my brother. They are empty. Those 3 boxes are empty. That is empty. Those 2 boxes are empty, and all these are empty. Now the only reason I've kept them, because I said this is going to be my seasonal decor cupboard eventually, to bring stuff from down from the loft. But this is where these shelving may eventually come out. I've said this a number of times, and have some solid shelving there. I've still got my spring sort of Easter box that's under there, and the tree, because the tree I use for different occasions now. That box is actually a gift. That just represents the last bit of my son's washing, just his work clothes. And then those 2 are what I'm throwing in, especially that one, throwing in to do my video of things leaving. The top one is sort of got question marks, either to ask my sons or someone else, you know, do I really need to keep it, or do they want it, things like that. These are the jigsaws I've mentioned. I bought them from under my stairs because in the past I bought quite a few jigsaws, maybe a month or more ago now, from the car boot and that. But these are the ones that I don't mind doing, then passing them on if they're complete, get rid of them if they're not. And because it started raining, this is the rest of the pile and that of things that I've actually included in my get rid of pile. And I was actually going to take them out to the car. I've mentioned this before. Don't have a drive, so the car goes in a communal car park. So I was going to put them straight in my boot of my car, ready to leave my home. But the main thing is, so those are going in that bag. The main reason is because I've got no door on here or any covering. I haven't for years, but it can easily get stuff dumped. I want to try and keep my floor as clear as possible, except for the obvious things, my steps, hoover, that has like my laundry bins in and my air and things like that. Then more decor down the bottom there, and I've still got to decide on my jewelry box that I actually was given. So I have took everything down, wiped all the shelves and everything, took the handbag that was hanging up for a while there and sort of my mood board down, so the bits off there, so they'll be sort of unscrewed so that I can start filling holes. And I've mentioned that before, not quite sure what I'm going to do about this, and I keep mentioning about doing this. Definitely on this week's chore is to sort all this out and empty it. So I'm really pleased. Hoovered up. Didn't take that long, like I said, but I had to be careful because I had to use my steps because I can't reach the top. Wipe it all down, so it's all been cleaned and everything. So yeah, I know I keep going back to this space and repeating myself a number of times on this sort of area, but it can easily get cluttered. Even when it was just my craft space, stuff or bags could be just dumped down on the floor. I do not want that happening. That's one reason I haven't shopped unless it's for food and necessities. I've been really careful, and it's made a big difference in just getting rid of stuff and not bringing anything else into the home. Although with Father's Day coming up, I will have to go out shopping, I must admit. I might do some sort of shop with me and try not necessarily buy items unless it's food, because I do miss looking around my stores. But the main thing is that I'm still doing my sort of cleaning, my spring clean, though late, and obviously reviewing, decluttering and organising at the same time. So I'm going to leave my video here. So this was one space I have to keep on top of it, because clutter can escalate, clutter, it can increase without you actually realising, just putting one item down and then another, and before you know it. And I've been guilty of that, especially since my craft room went upstairs. If I got shopping, sometimes I put it on the floor, especially if I'm doing a haul. But I haven't done a haul for quite a while, because I haven't really been bringing stuff into my home. So I'm really happy how this is going. This is a long term, over months. It was going to be years, but it's down to months. So the next lot of decor will come down in September or around that time. So I really need to sort of see what I can get done and see if I can get this maybe even, as I said, the holes filled in, maybe give it a coat of paint as well, so that I can then bring in maybe shelving. But before I go down that route, I want to try and put a covering up. Even if I don't get a concertina door or a proper door, I was thinking maybe a curtain putting down there. That might be the easiest route for me to go, unless I have someone come out and obviously fit something for me. But otherwise, I think it's going really well, even though probably I do have to keep going over certain areas if I feel as though they're not working. This has worked out really well, trying to keep obviously the clutter down to minimum, because I don't want to start cluttering it up and then have to sort it out majorly for when the decor comes. That's why I'm hoping that top shelf, those boxes might have gone by that stage, that extra storage, and then I can work out and put all the boxes together that are empty. As I said, there's only one that's got a few bits in, which is a few DVDs that's got to go to a family member. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.